This is super important. Do you remember this, the ambiguous case, everybody? Do you remember that phrase, ambiguous case? There are two values of theta where if you take the cosine, you get -1/2. And that's this one right here. Sorry, I went a little too far. That's that ray right there. This angle. Sorry. Come on. It's this one right there, and it's this one right there. Those are the two angle values. Why is the cosine of both of those values -1/2? It's -1/2 because the base of each of these is the same base. It's this base, that base, and that's really too thick right there. But this base right here, everybody sees what I'm drawing right there, is the same for this base right here. What is cosine in terms of SOHCAHTOA? What is cosine, yeah? Do you remember what ratio is cosine? So, yeah, adjacent over hypotenuse. SOHCAHTOA. So cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse. So which is the, you see the two triangles right here? Where are the two triangles? There's this triangle and there's this triangle. Which side is the adjacent side? It's this side and it's this side, right? You could also put this down here. You could do this, you see, I could put this side right here and make it this triangle, but this is the adjacent side and this is the adjacent side. Are you with me so far? Everybody's with me? Yeah. So what is this? So this triangle right here, if this base right here is, this would be -1/2 because it's going backwards, it's -1/2, and this one is also negative because it's going backwards from 0, right? You just have to remember now what angle value that is. You need to remember that. You have to. Does anybody remember what angle value that is? There are two of them, and it says it right there. Oh, what are they? Do you see it? It's in that line that this angle right here. If you know that that is 1/2 right there, what's the height of this triangle? If this is 1/2, what's the height? This is a unit circle, everybody.
1.
No, this is 1. The hypotenuse is 1. That's 1/2. What's the height of it? You have to know what that is. Come on, you know what it is. You definitely know what it is. If the hypotenuse is 1 and the base is 1/2, what's the height? I'll just tell you. It's √3/2. Do you remember that, √3/2 value? I'm just telling you right now, you must know that. Like, it's something you just have to know. Why is it that? How would you figure it out? 1/2 squared plus something squared equals 1 squared. So 1/4 plus question mark squared is equal to 1. Question mark squared is equal to 3/4. What's the square root of that? √3 over what? √4, which is √3/2. So you need to remember what that angle value is. If it helps you to see that. Anybody remember what that angle value is? So you can think about it this way. I'll make it easier for you. What's the angle value right here? Do you see me filling that in right there?
30.
That angle value is 30 degrees. Well, what's the angle value from here to here? That's 90 degrees. So in degree value, what's 90 plus 30? 120 degrees. 120 degrees in radians is what? 120 degrees in radians is what? You need to remember this. What's 30 degrees in radians? What's 30 degrees in radians? You should know that. It's pi over 6. How do you turn 30 into 120? Multiply by 4. So if 30 degrees is pi over 6, 120 degrees is 4 pi over 6, so that's 2 pi over 3. So that angle value, the first one is 2 pi over what? 3. That first angle value is 2 pi over 3. That first angle value is 2 pi over 3. Over k. So we have k is equal to 2 pi over 60. So equals pi over 30. There it is. So then where does that go? Right there. Do you need a calculator to evaluate that? What's cosine of pi over 2? What's cosine of pi over 2?
1.
No, it's on the board and you need to memorize it. It is 0. Cosine of pi over 2 is 0. You have to memorize that. You have to. So you end up with 260. Nice. And then it says evaluate h prime of 5. What do you need in order to evaluate the derivative of this at this point? You need your calculator. Do you know how to do derivatives on your calculator?
Yes.
We do. We should know how to do that. So you use your calculator. You get this right here. Very nice. And then there's an algebra. Hey, does this algebra look immediately tell me what the derivative of each of these is? What's the derivative of x to the n? Immediately. Don't even think about it. What is it? It's the first one we did. It's the easiest one. Nx to the n minus 1. Can someone tell me what the derivative for the product rule is? What's the derivative?